Hello.
Yeah, sorry, Ted, seemed to have lost you there.
We,
Back
yeah,
online.
I think I might have turned it off in my ear.
Oh, that's all right. That happened.
Anyway,
That happened. But
yeah.
so what I
So
was asking was, when with your journey, has the way that you make decisions changed, or is it all pretty much the
well,
same?
it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
You know, my wife Linda, she's a paramedic and a nurse, so she's got a good understanding of what's going on.
Oh, wonderful. And so,
Yeah.
so was I right? So you've had the surgical treatment. Is there any other treatments they've done besides surgical?
No.
Okay,
No.
so none of the medicines.
Yeah.
All right, that'll cut.
There's a really good fellow in America. He's Dr. Lamb, Lamm.
Yep.
He's got a website. He's like the god of bladder cancer in America.
Okay.
All the American systems are different from here. Now, here it's 6 and 9, 6 and 9, 6 and 9, and all that. But Dr. Lamb and his et al. They worked on a system that's the American gold standard, and it's fairly different.
Okay.
And on his website, you can ask him questions. And I asked him a question, and he replied to it. He said, "It sounds like your man reads what's on the box."
Yeah.
He said, "Come to me in FedEx, I'll sort you out."
Yeah,
I dare say he would for a lot of money.
It's good to have that support.
He replies to everybody and anybody, on his website. He's also got a question and answer page with hundreds of questions and hundreds of answers, all about bladder cancer. Dr. Lamb, Lamm.
Dr. Lamb, I've written that down.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I will go into asking more
So
questions.
his maintenance thing, it goes on for like 12 years, and reducing the period between, but also reducing the strength of the BCG. I'm always having full strength, and I will continue. The next two will be full strength, and I don't question that because it's a nasty disease that's got to be done away with. But once it's under control, the dosage can be reduced in that,
Sure.
as well as the frequency.
For the surgery
And that's
that you had, did you have any side effects, or was it quite smooth sailing for you?
I did have the last time. I had goosebumps and weird feelings all over my body. I actually had to have another day off. Went to the doctor and got sick. It's weird. But
perhaps
now I'm
the
all
pain
right.
relief that they were giving you, not necessarily.
I don't do pain relief.
Oh, okay.
It was just made me weird all through, like I was dreaming or drunk or, it's just fluid or...
Was it something you were able to cope with, or was it something that you found it was too
I
distracting?
cope with it with a day off work,
Yeah,
stay home.
wonderful. I'm glad it passed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any other complementary therapies or anything you tried yourself at home, say diet or other natural remedies?
I take garlic and all sorts of rubbish like that,
Sure.
Yeah, old wives' tales and that stuff.
Yep.
There are lots and lots of conspiracies and theories and about all cancers, I've looked into them as well.
Yeah. So when you do try a new treatment or a medicine or anything that you've mentioned, how long would you generally stick to it before you give up and think it's not working, or do you stick to it?
Well, the garlic, I will always be on that.
Yep.
Because it's good for everything, I think.
Yep. So what needs to improve for you to feel as though it's working or isn't working?
A good result from the biopsy.
Yeah, that's right.
And you don't really know what the good result is the cause of either.
Yeah.
Whether it was the garlic tablets or not,
No, that's right. See, some people are more interested in results, like you've mentioned, and others might want to just feel a bit better. It depends on, so for you it's definitely the results. And sure. So now you did tell me a little bit about information that you have accessed. So the type of information that you have got access to, what would that be? So you've mentioned your.
What I'll do is I'll send you a link so that you can open it exactly as I see it.
Okay.
There can be people just asking questions, like there's a lady says, "I'm getting my first cystoscope and I'm scared." Yeah.
Yes.
Lots and lots of people reply. So we're all scared.
So it's mainly the internet then. So when it comes to information, you really is it 100% internet, or have you also been looking at any books or?
I've got well, pamphlets and that, they tell you nothing really apart from what you already know. I've got a cousin who's a doctor in Sydney.
Yeah.
He's showing an enormous interest in what's happening to me. And he's got patients who have got bladder cancer.
Sure.
He knows what's going on, and he's got an extra interest now, so he's dead keen on what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And he's got access to the best urologist over there as well, so he talks to them about anything. Yeah.
Was there information that you've found to be particularly helpful to this point?
Well, yes, because when I knew nothing, I knew nothing, and that worried me. I'm always a person who likes to be in control,
Yeah.
I'm a prison officer by nature. I like to be in charge and in control,
Yep.
not living in the dark.
What about unhelpful? Has there been anything that's been a bit of a roadblock or you found was not useful for you?
What's unhelpful is not being able to be treated in Northern.
Okay.
The BCG.
Okay.
I have to travel 100 k's to Subiaco.
Okay.
So I leave at 5 in the morning, and what happens is I drive to Midland and I catch a train, and I get off the train, then I walk to the hospital, and then I go to the hospital, and then they put this stuff into me. I have to roll around for 2 hours, walk to the train, back on the train, in the car.
Yes.
And it's fairly painful on the way back. I have to pee before I get on the train. I get off the train at Perth, pee again a couple of times, get back on the train. Get off at Bassendean, 2 P's, catch the train, to Midland, get off the train, have a pee, and you get the story. From that point on, I'm peeing all the way home, lay-bys in the bushes, in the trees.
Yeah, it would be really uncomfortable.
And it's not a good thing, it's an environmental thing, and but in America, when you have BCG, you go to the doctor's office, in goes the cavitator, in goes the BCG, out comes the cavitator, you go home.
Sure.
20 minutes. Here it's a big ceremony,
Yeah.
Far too much in-depth bullshit.
Yeah.
I had a trainee nurse on the last one. She says, "Oh, do you mind if I train a nurse on how to? I'm training her. Do you mind if she watches and all the rest of it?" No, go for it.
Yep.
I just can do it if she wants.
Yeah.
And she was useless. The trainer was useless. Hey.
Yeah.
She even forgot to take the bubble out of the before she pulled it out. Bloody hell! What a trainer.
Nervous.
I honestly think I can do a better job myself. I really do.
Probably had more experience with it now too.
Yeah, a heck of a lot more.
When it comes to the support and the information that you have gained for online, I guess, would there be a preference to have it from another format, or is it your choice to have it online? Would you prefer speaking to someone, for instance, when gathering information?
No, I prefer online because I can do it when I like.
At your
and I can
pace.
do it for lots and lots of different people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
there's a lady in the town with bladder cancer. I go and talk to her every now and then.
Yep.
Barbara Brennan, she's pretty good.
Yep.
I go and talk to the MP because I'm harassing them about BCG treatment at Northam at the moment. I've been to see the manager at Northam and had a chat.
Okay.
Because the hospital is expanding at the moment. They reckon it's a super clinic and super town and all the rest. And I said, you can't even do BCG. What's going on? And the BCG itself is a little file with a fifth of a mil. You add that to 50 mil of water in a syringe and you blast it up into the bladder. I mean, I could do that myself.
Yeah.
So why they tell me all this bullshit about, but we have to get the nurse, they have to go into town for 5 days of training and all this rubbish.
Yeah.
My urologist says rubbish as well,
I guess they have one system, but they don't account for the different situations.
So this news group I belong to, I sent them an email. I said, the BCG presses, I live in a place called Northam in Perth in Australia, and I catch a train, I do this, I do that, and I do this. How does it happen in your part of the world? They all think it's a big joke. And they say, well, I go to my doctor, he puts it in, and I go home. And a bloke from Ireland says, I go to my doctor, he puts it in, I go home. And it's different all over the world than it is here. All over the world, they're much more advanced. Get it done, go home,
Sure.
So I strung all these together and sent it to my urologist, who uses them to argue with Northern Hospital to get them to do BCG here.